Hey, what's up, y'all? Yeah, it's February 11th, 2020. Had a dream last night. Dream, I went into this place where Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James were sitting at a table. All three of them were sitting at this little table with a white tablecloth. Um, so I was on the right side of Michael Jordan. So I went from right to left speaking to each person: Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. So the first person I spoke to was Michael Jordan. And I whispered to him and I said, "You're the best basketball player to ever play basketball. You're the best basketball player ever." And then I went to Kobe and I said, "You're the best basketball player in the world ever that I've ever seen. You're great. You're a great basketball player." Then I came LeBron James, and I couldn't say the same thing to him. I felt I felt like he still had to earn his. You know what I mean? Like I felt like those two were solidified as far as the best players to ever play the game. But LeBron James, I felt like he still had some work to do. You know, as great as he is, I just felt like he wasn't as great as them. Even though he is a great player, one of the greatest ever. Uh, and then the next part of the dream, I'm walking in this hallway at school. Seemed like it's some people sitting on the floor, and it's this older white woman, and she starts talking like, oh, I'm talking about older, like 70, 80-year old woman. And she starts talking, and she's just talking out loud. She's just saying, and it's a white uh, board on the behind her, with stuff written on it and stuff. And she kind of like pointing to the board. It's not a chalkboard though, but a board that you can write on. And she's like, "Yeah, some people are, I guess required to do great things, but then there are some people that are required to do even more. Uh, it's some people that are destined to do even more." And when she was saying this, a dream popped in my mind a dream popped in my mind that I had just had, and I felt like, oh, okay, like this is correlating with my dream for some reason, or it sparked up me to remember this dream that I had while she's saying this. So I'm taking that as I'm one of those people who has to have more required of me, more required of me uh, than even greatness. You know what I'm saying? Like it's great people that are great, and then there's people that are destined to be do even greater things. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that, I guess, but yeah. So I felt like that was telling me I was one of those people. Uh, Let me see here. Then uh, I was hanging out with Ti, and he had a friend that he was hanging out with. I don't know if it was Kobe Bryant or not. I can't really remember the friend that Ti. Of course, y'all know the great rapper, actor Ti, one of my favorite artists, uh, and he's very wise too. I like his intelligence. You know what I mean? I respect his intelligence and his views on things. And it's an older dude I listen to and respect. Um, and so I seen him, and I was going around, and I ended up in this room, and my sister, uh, she came into the room, and she had a gun or something. I don't know. My little sister Shay, she had a gun, uh, and she burst into the room. You know what I mean, with the gun. I had a gun, but my gun was completely disassembled. I had to put my gun together to even be, prepared for, whatever was to happen. But she didn't cause any harm, and she ended up exiting the room. Then a group of police officers came in the room, and I don't know what they were looking for or what was going on, but they came into the room and they were looking for something or someone, but they ended up jumping through the window outside. They ended up jumping out the window of the room, and because they were trying to find somebody. Uh, Ti, then Ti, once all this was done, Ti and his one of his homeboys came back came back in the came back in the room, and we were sitting at the table, and I was just telling them, dang, yeah, man, the laws just came through, and you know what I'm saying. I was like, man, yeah, look at the window, man. They jumped straight through the window, and the window was broken. It was broken glass, and it was broken where they had jumped out of the window, and I was like, yeah, look at the window, man. And Ti was very close with his homeboy or whatever. And let's see. And I was telling them, I was like, it was by the grace of God, that y'all were not here, when my sister came through and had her gun out, it was all God that, that y'all weren't here because, I know y'all would have shot her, you know what I'm saying? But it was just meant to be. It was just, like God didn't want anything to happen at that point in time, or so he made for sure that y'all weren't here, because like I said, I know y'all would have shot her, y'all would have shot her, and then my gun was disassembled, so that was another thing that God did. And